So, Adam, things are very interesting in the insurance world right now, talking about hardening markets, talking about alternative risk, and how businesses can really balance the two. So, with that, I'm just going to throw it over to you and say, where is the balancing act in this, post-COVID world that we're living in?
Yeah, it's a balancing act for sure. And every day, it's trying to hit the bullseye on a moving target on a windy day. You just never know what you're going to wake up with. And for the last few years, we've been hearing, oh, it's a hard market. We're going to see some easing soon. And then something else happens, right? A name storm or COVID, and the market just keeps getting harder and harder. And you're seeing big losses, and carriers and reinsurance companies paying out massive claims. And unfortunately, sometimes the answer is stop writing those policies, which really hurts a lot of businesses. The other answer can be, hey, let's charge more and give them less coverage.
It's almost, to use probably a very bad pun, a perfect storm right now between the name storms, the tornadoes, the other big environmental catastrophes that unfortunately we've had. Couple that with COVID, couple that with the economy. It really is a perfect storm in a sense.
Yeah, and it's what we're seeing, and this has always been the case, but you see the good actors in each industry and class code are getting punished for the bad actors. And that's where we like to step in and say, you don't have to be punished for being good. I mean, we see things in the news now that your mortgage rates might be higher if you have a better credit score.
As you were saying that, I was thinking the same thing, and I've been trying to wrap my head around that concept, because your entire life you've been taught, keep your debt down, don't use a lot of your credit lines. That will make your credit score go up. Be on time all the time. And then all of a sudden now we're seeing, some people with near perfect credit scores that are having to pay higher interest rates. And that can be incredibly frustrating. Like you said, the difference between good actors and bad actors. And I'm not discounting the fact that, times are difficult and things happen in life, and that affects credit scores. But for the people that really want to manage their credit and make sure that they are in a good financial position, that's a tough situation. And I'm sure that can't be an easy conversation for someone like you in your industry to go back and say, yeah, you've got an 829, but here's what it's going to cost you for having that 829.
Right. You've done everything right. You've been responsible, respectful, accountable. So we're going to punish you for that. Now, your neighbor who has done none of those, is going to get a percent or two lower than you. So, you have to subsidize his unfortunate events, right? And I'm all for helping people, right? If you need the help, let's help people, 100%. But at some point, it's okay. Are you intentionally abusing the system? And we relate that back to insurance, and why are the good insureds being punished for the folks that don't have as good risk management, or had unfortunate years? And they do get punished. And then when they look for alternative methods like captives and we can help them, then they're worried about the scrutiny from various agencies of having a captive.
It all comes down to a word that I never thought was going to be associated with the insurance agency, and that's creativity. And spoken with you about this, Jeff Clyde about this, and really it is incredible to have professionals like you and like Jeff and your team that are creative, finding those solutions, helping businesses stay ahead of the curve, stay in business, be more profitable. It now more than ever for businesses, there are so many factors involved in just staying in business, let alone being profitable. And for the insurance agency to be able to provide a pathway for some of those goals, I think is tremendous. And I know that you're providing a great service to your clients.
Yeah, thank you. And that's what we try every day is, just trying to be creative. And, you've mentioned Jeff Clyde, not just because he's my boss. The guy's brilliant and he really does understand insurance and gives us the opportunity to be creative and successful.